Hey, this is Cassie Childers coming at you live from Spain. For those of you who don't know, I was the founder of the first Tibetan women's football team in 2012. And I worked as coach and manager of that team for 7 years. And I just received the news that the current national team was denied visas to play in the Knifa World Cup in Norway. And they will be withdrawing from the tournament because the government of Norway would not grant them visas to go play football. Unfortunately, this doesn't surprise me, although it horrifies me. This happened when I was the head of the team. We were invited to the USA to play in the Dallas Cup, and the government under then President Trump denied these football players visas to the United States, which was one of the biggest tragedies of my entire life that led to so much shame for being an American. These young women are more than just football players. They are representing their nation, a nation which has been under invasion by the Chinese government since 1949. And when they play football with the Tibetan flag on their jersey, it's more than just football. It's an act of peaceful geopolitical protest. It's the embodiment of their God-given right to express themselves as Tibetans. We don't really know the reason why Norway denied their visas. A lot of people would say because these young women are refugees, they're a flight risk. Well, I took a team to Germany and I took a team to Canada, and not a single player tried to defect and stay there. We have proof of that. More likely is that the Chinese government interfered, made a few phone calls, and convinced Norway not to give them the visas, because the Chinese government is extremely threatened by any kind of peaceful political protest against their ongoing genocide in Tibet. The Tibet women's football team has a history that is recorded in major media outlets. These young women have had a broader reaching platform than any other Tibetan people besides His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The majority of these young women are born in Tibet under Chinese rule, and their parents take this chance to send them to walk over the Himalayas for 1 month so that they can go live in freedom in India and Nepal. A lot of them don't even have contact with their parents, and their life is football. For them, it's the only way that they can do something to help their families, to help their countries, to help themselves. And we see now, all these years later, the evidence of what happens when you empower young women to use their voice, to team up, and to do something. The girls that played under me, some of them have become the first Tibetan female coaches. Some of them have become doctors and lawyers, community leaders. It's beautiful to see what they're doing. Some of them have become mothers now. And I can see how they're raising their daughters in a different way so that they have voices, so they can stand up for what's right. Back when this happened, when we were denied the US visas, the story went viral. The entire world was watching and listening. And I want the world to watch and listen now, too. These football players should be allowed to play anywhere in the world. Just because they have refugee documents does not take away their God-given right to represent their people on the playing field. And I want this post to spread, so share it now. And girls on the team, if you're listening, if you're watching, never give up. Remember what happened last time. I believe in you. And I know you can do this. So get loud, find those voices right now, hold your head up high, get out there, and make this go viral. I love you. Long show pumoso bogaelo.